In my last video on the series of brand management, we talked about brand extensions. How companies can extend their brand presence in two different ways, like line extensions and category extensions. The main idea over there was that a company introducing something new with the same name as an existing brand name. The idea I'll be discussing in this video will be completely different. That is, a company introducing a new product line with a completely different name. For example, Pantene and Head and Shoulders. Both of them are shampoos. They have different varieties as well. They are both in the same market, hypothetically competing against each other. But the owner of these two are the same company, that is Procter & Gamble. So, why would a company sell the same product in the same market in a different name? Well, good question, and I will answer it right now. But first, the question I asked has a slight error in it. They are not going to sell the absolutely same product in another name. They will sell another version of that product that is likely to attract different people to buy from the same company. Very careful planning is needed. You have to carefully manufacture and market the new brand so that it serves the same market but targets a different market segment. If the people that were buying your previous brand start buying the new one, expanding your portfolio is going to be a failure. You want people that were not buying from you to start buying from you. So, the obvious answer to why companies introduce multiple brands in the market is they want to increase the market reach. One brand can have positive association with one segment and negative association with another segment in the market. That other segment can be then targeted by another brand name. The different segments can be divided by the price range. One product more expensive than the other. It can be based on distributive means. One only available online and the other in brick and mortar stores. It can be based on geography. Available in one country only. Yes, it is also done quite often. If you introduce multiple brands, the retailers might be more likely to order more from you since they are different in some ways. So, your shelf space will increase. The customers will also have the option to choose from a variety of options, and ultimately you will not lose the revenue. There will also be some internal benefits for the company. First of all, economies of scale in different ways. You are going to produce much more than before if you introduce a new brand in the same company. But your distribution channel will be the same, and the advertising cost will also go down in that way. The overall advertising cost. Another internal benefit is internal competition. Think about it. You have two different brands in the same company. It is going to be expensive for you to keep both of them up and running. And the people working in the different departments will know that. So, what they are likely to do is they might want to outperform the other department in one way or another. If both of the departments want to outperform the other, the eventual winner is going to be the owner of them both. Now, 4 different terms used to identify different brands in the brand portfolio. Low-end entry-level brands. A little cheaper or a lot cheaper version of your brand under a different brand name. You want new customers to try out your products. So, you are not diluting your brand name and introducing a cheaper version under a new brand name. Or sometimes companies actually use the same brand name. But we're not talking about that right now. When you introduce a new, less expensive version of a product, new customers are likely to try out your products. And if they are satisfied, they can try out other brands under your brand portfolio. High-end prestige brand. Better and expensive version of your brand. You might have a loyal customer base. You can introduce a newer brand that will be of better quality and price than the people might try out from you. Cash cows. In this case, the cash cows are the brands that are not discontinued and kept for sales even when the sales are not what it used to be. It can be done when you don't really need to spend too much on advertising cost. Keep manufacturing a small amount that can still bring profit. The cash cows are milked. There is no other use of them. Lastly, flanker brands. I'm talking about flankers last. They're also called fighters. These are the brands that are going to fight other brands in the market. Most of the time, these are the low-end entry-level brands. Most of the times, not all of the times. The job of the flankers is to protect the main brand name and capture other parts of the market. The flanker should not be so good that the customers of the original brand start going to them. So, if they're similar to the main brand, they should be somewhat worse than the main brand. Worse on purpose. That is the purpose of the flanker brands. That's it. That is all I'm going to talk about brand portfolio. If you have any questions, you can ask below. I might answer it below, or I might make a separate community post to answer your question in details. You can like, share, subscribe and everything else. Those are ways of supporting this channel. You can also directly support me on Patreon if you want to. Alright, bonus. Why is flanker brands called flanker brands? You don't really need to know about the origin of the word in order to understand brand portfolio. That is why this is in the bonus section. Flanking is a fighting term. When you are fighting someone and instead of attacking them directly, if you attack them from some unexpected position, usually from a side or from behind, that maneuver is called flanking. Alright? Flanker brands are attacking the direct competitors from another direction, so the main brand does not have to fight that much. For my regular bonus section, the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1908 went to Rudolf Christoph Eucken or Eucken. He was German, so apologies for my pronunciation if it is wrong. And this is the official end of this video. Thank you so much for watching if you're still watching. As always, I would like to remind you to take care of yourself. And I hope you have learned something new today. And lastly, goodbye for now.